A very warm welcome back to Six Ashes for episode 36 with me, MrSealyp. You know what just suddenly dawned on me? I've just finished off doing a baling contract on field 23, which is literally just behind those hedges there. It was 20 bales in total, 12 delivered, 8 for me. When I came out into the lane through the gateway just there, it suddenly dawned on me, I've got all of field 19 here that we did first cut on to get our silage in the bunker silo, and it's regrown. So rather than me doing baling contracts for other people, I might as well just cut my own grass. Then I get to keep all of it. So I'm going to cut and bale this field 19. I'm not going to put you through watching it, but I just thought I'd explain, because I'll have a load of bales probably done before it gets too dark, and in the barn next to our hay bales. It's not going to match up with how many hay bales we've got exactly, but we'll get a few off this field, and I might as well use it while we've got it. I think field 14 as well. Oh yeah, I've got to finish that, collect on that. Actually, what is available? Yeah, fertilising, cultivating. Yeah. Field 14 we did 15. 15's regrown as well, so I've got 19 and 15. I could do both of those if I wanted to. 20 and 14 we did already, and that hasn't regrown fully, and none of our crops are ready to harvest yet, which is, well, I didn't think they would be. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on with that. Unfold the front one, turn that on. Unfold the rear ones. Make sure I'm on swath, which I think I am, but I just need to double check I am. We are on swath dropping. Yes, we are. That can be switched off. Let's turn those on, put those down, and that is some big swath compared to what I've been doing on the contract so far for other people. Because this field is fully fertilised, we're going to get some good yield off this. So anyway, yeah, so when I see you, it'll probably be day 2, early autumn, potentially some harvesting to be done, fingers crossed, but I will certainly have some more silage bales. It may seem excessive and over the top, but while I've got the product here, I've got the grass here, I might as well do it. If I don't need any of it in the end, I can always just sell it at the biogas plant, so it just makes sense to utilise what I've got. It's just gone, well, yeah, 7:55 in the morning. It is day 2, early autumn. Still no harvesting ready, but I'm looking at a new business venture to add to the farm's portfolio. Now this comes off the back of a conversation I had with Jamie at the pub. Jamie is a horse trainer, and he let me know about a local guy called Mark Wellings. Now some of this is true and some of this is narrative. Mark Wellings was a horse trainer by trade, and as we head up to the store, I'll explain the rest as we go. And Jamie had said about looking at doing horses, or looking after horses, or stabling horses, or something along those lines. Now here's the really weird part. As we drive along the lane here, we will come to what was Broadacre Stables in the real world, in this exact location, which is absolutely nuts because I just looked up. This building here, in the real world, what's the next one? No, this one here, has got some other buildings and stables around it, and that was Broadacre Stables, owned by Mark Wellings. That is now the stable's tea rooms in real life, because after being a horse trainer for about, I think it was 12 years, from 2000 to 2012, he was a jockey before that, and he had quite a few successful horses. His most prolific winning horse was a horse called Little Richard that won 13 races, and he decided to stop doing horse training and to start work as a veterinary thermographer, detecting minor injuries in horses, training horses, race horses, detecting minor injuries before they became more serious problems. So that got me thinking, if he has got any horses that he has detected problems with, why don't we set up a stables for recuperation of those horses? So, got on the phone to Mark Wellings. He thinks it's a cracking idea. So we're going to open up a horse hotel. For all intents and purposes, we will offer a service of going to collect the horses, bring them to the stabling. We'll look after them, we'll feed them, we'll give them a bit of light exercise, nothing major. I think, yeah, why not? We haven't got horses yet. It seems like a really good idea. So it kind of mixes the two things together, a bit of real life and a bit of what we're going to do here. And I was absolutely gobsmacked. Thank you to Jamie for letting, he messaged me way back when I first started the farm here at Six Ashes. He messaged me to say, if you think about doing horses, get in touch with Mark Wellings, because he's a local horse trainer, having absolutely no idea that his stables was actually right there. I looked it up online. It's amazing. So what I am going to need though is oats for horse feed. I've got hay bales, and the hay bales are right opposite, so I'll be able to get those as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Now again, we're not onto the harvest bit yet, but that's not a problem either. Let's disconnect that. Yeah, what's the same? Anyway, so I suppose what I need to do, I need to buy the property, don't I? I'll use this to load up some pallets of feed. We've got wheat, but we don't have any oats. I don't think we have any oats. Let's just double check that actually. No, we don't. What we do need to do though is, I was on the right one in the first place. Where are we? We need to buy that. 50,380. Oh yeah, we made just over 20 grand overnight from the bales we sold up at the biogas plant, which is great. I suppose the other thing I need to do is lease, at least for the time being, an animal transport. I think we're going to we'll get that. We'll do 2 at a time. We'll bring a couple over. That should hook up to the Land Rover, shouldn't it? Should we leave it blue, or should we go with something a bit... Do we want to match it to the Land Rover? Yeah, is that the same colour? I think it is. We'll soon see in a minute if I've got this horribly wrong. Is it going to be absolutely massive? No, it looks about right, doesn't it? So what we'll do is we'll jump in there. I thought I got in the Land Rover there. Hang on. There we go. Put that down. Oh, you know what? That fits really well. Let's pull that to one side. So we'll have to go and get our first 2. I think we'll call it, just in honour of the winner, we'll call it the Little Richard's Horse Hotel. Let's call it that. I know, I've lost my mind. So we are going to need then pallets of premium horse food. That's what we need. No, not too bothered about that. How much is that? 2,700 for 4,200 litres. That seems a bit pricey. Well, next season we're going to have to do some oats as well then if we're going to be doing this. Let's get a couple of those. Oh, I should have done it single pallet, shouldn't I? Just realised. Because they're going to be too big to put onto here, aren't they? Maybe. Let's load them up first. As far as silage bales go. Off of field 19, I did a tiny little bit on field 14, yeah, 19 and 14. I got 52, 2 loads of 26. Now, the other thing I'm trying to remember is whether or not, well actually I suppose we'll see, won't we, whether or not we have got any already, any feed in the troughs. I suppose I should have checked that with the previous owner when we just bought it, shouldn't I? So I don't know. Try and get these as close to the axle as I can. Whoa, that's too much weight, isn't it? So I do have Jamie on hand as my on-call horse trainer, so anything I'm not sure about, I'm sure he will be more than happy to help out. Interestingly, Jamie, in real life, he is a horse trainer. That's what he does. One of the horses that ran for the weekend, he sent me pictures and videos and all sorts of stuff. He's called Mr. P. I know it's not MrSealyp, but that's pretty cool. Whoa, what happened there? I don't like being too close together by the looks of things. That's odd. Okay. Put that down there. I'll drive the forklift over and we'll unload those at the other end. So, what we'll do is over, let's check out the stables first, and then we'll go and grab a couple of horses. Now I don't know actually whether I need to collect them from Mr. Wellings, from Mr. Wellings, or whether or not I need to go to the horse trainers or farms that actually have the horses. I don't know if he has them with him, or but anyway, we'll find out. We'll go and get some. So, a new string to the bow, feather in the gap, and other phrases that match what we're doing. The corn's not far off. It can't be long now, surely. I'm going to double check again just to make sure how we're looking. Yeah, nothing's ready yet. Oh, the other thing as well was the poplars. They are really growing well. Yep, none of our field's ready yet. And the great thing is I'll probably go and grab the fent from down at the farm and bring it up, because we can grab a couple of hay bales from across the way. Don't know if there's any. We have got straw as well. I'm going to need to go and grab the trailer as well, aren't I? Because we're going to need bedding and everything. And we can do a bit of, like I say, a bit of light training, a bit of exercise here for them. It should all work out really well. And not too expensive either, just over 50 grand for this plot. That's brilliant. Right, okay, let's close that up. Let's go and get some horses. I don't know, because this is, I'll be honest, this is all new. Haven't done this. Not with seasonal work. I know we don't buy them, we just get paid for looking after them, don't we? And that's the point, really. Okay. Returning back to the stables with 2 horses. I say in tow, they're not in tow, they're in the trailer. Now, before anyone asks or starts panicking, I'm having exactly the same issues everyone else seems to be having with their animals since the recent season's update. How have I managed to get 2 horses into here? The problem seems to be that people can either, well, at the store or wherever they're getting their animals from, they can put stuff into the trailer but then can't confirm to keep them in there, which is a bit of a pain. Now with regular livestock, that means the only option around that is to have them delivered, which then there's a fee involved. The bonus with doing seasonal work and the fact I'm doing horses, because there's no fee, you're not buying the horses, they don't cost anything. It was a case of, I know it kind of spoils the narrative as such, but I know people will be wondering how I've managed to do it with seasons, was simply to get them delivered directly. There was no fee because they don't cost anything. I don't think there was a fee. There was a fee. I still got charged. Alright, regardless of that. Anyway, so I had them delivered here, then collected them, and unfortunately it's the only way around I could do it. Because I hadn't come across it, and a lot of people have been messaging me saying, how do I get my livestock triggers to work? I can't get them to work, something's gone wrong. As far as I'm aware, from everything I've read, from everything that people have been saying, it is a problem with the update to seasons, which is frustrating. I have Tartarus and Estabella. I have changed the names on those. They came as Rudolph and Ruby, which was a bit... So no, that's not what they're called. Tartarus and Estabella. Now, Estabella was actually a horse in real life that was trained by Mark Wellings. So I thought, why not? Let's put them both in. Move that out of the way. And then what we'll do is we'll bring over the trailer with the feed on. The tractor, I've just grabbed a bale spike, so what we'll do is we'll grab the bale spike too. Then I'll probably have to go and grab the trailer from over at the... I should have closed that behind me, shouldn't I? I'll go and grab the trailer from the main farm and we'll get some straw brought over as well. Now, as far as exercising goes, I said light exercise because they may have injuries, whatever. I think doing the steeplechase jump might not be such a good idea. So we might go around the outside or just go for a trot around the countryside to exercise them, but they are going to need exercise. It's quite handy being right here too. So we're hooked up to the trailer, we've got the bale spikes at the front. Take that, we'll get that in. Yeah. Adds another dimension, and as I've often found with doing horses, I'm sure I will forget to exercise them regularly. Now, I never ever did a kind of guide to on horses when seasons came out. I did on all the other animals but didn't on horses, because trying to set it up and run a kind of scientific test just didn't work, because what I was finding was each of the different breeds of horses were giving different results, which meant it would have meant having, so 8 breeds have we got? 1 of each, testing each with all the different variables. It got so complicated, so I never actually did one. So for me, this is, like I said earlier, this is all new. This is, haven't done this. So what we'll do is disconnect that. We'll go and grab a couple of bales, bring those over too, then we'll get that done. Oh, water, hang on a minute. I'm bringing it. That's interesting. Oh yeah. How is the... I've got no feed, I've got no hay pellets, how have I got water? Oh, no, I don't want to change the name. I'm going to have to check that. Where's the water trough? How bizarre. There's no food or anything, but there's water in the water trough. Well, we'll get a water pump plumbed in anyway. We'll get our local plumber out. And the brilliant thing is, because I left some hay bales over here, we're right on top of them. Don't think I'll get away with 3 without a weight on the back of this. So we'll put the forks down. Let's grab 1 to start off with. We'll get them settled in. So yeah, we offer a front to back service. We'll collect your animal, we'll bring it here, we'll look after it, light exercise, feed, water, and it's just general kindness. And then when everything's okay and everything's been given the all clear, your animal will come back. Now, does the hay go in? I always get this wrong. That might be in the trough, isn't it? It's straw is for bedding. Yeah. Pretty sure that goes in the feed trough as well, doesn't it? We'll soon see. Probably going to be another one of those situations where I'm going to need a straw blower and there's going to be loads of people shouting at the screen going, come on, you should know this. And I can honestly say from the few times that I have done horses, I can never remember whether... It's not going to take it, is it? There we go. Oh, that will stay there, and obviously that's going to replenish. Hay, 784, so we've got plenty left on that bale. I'll leave that bale sat there. I won't need to go and grab another one for the time being. That's good. So then it will be the skid steer loader. Let's get the oats in as well. We've got way too many oats, but again, that's brilliant. It does mean we can take on some more animals if we need to, if we want to. Now I have to go and get the trailer. I suppose I could do with a smaller trailer as well. I don't really have a small, just kind of little utility trailer. I've got my little Berkman here, which is great, but I need a small for doing little bits of straw, that kind of thing. We'll see. Right, let's do that. Hopefully, by word of mouth, we will get more trade. People will come from far and wide. Actually, what I'll do, because that's again sticking quite a way out. Let's bring the weight in a little bit. I'll turn that way. It should be a bit better. Let's try that. I don't know if that's better or not. We'll put the pallets to one side. So I'm worried that bale sitting there might... There we go, and goes the feed. Is that it? Well, okay. The feed actually is on a pallet, so that could stay there, couldn't it? But the bale being hay, if it rains or anything, that's not so good. So I need to put that out of the way somewhere. I wonder, are these covers, do you reckon they'll be good enough to put a bale under? Will that be okay? I suppose the only way to tell is if we do that and then we do not chop it up. So there's 3,211 litres in there, which I won't remember. So I'll write that down. 3,211 litres. And then what we'll do is we'll see over the next 24 hours if it rains or anything like that. We'll come back and check it again. And hopefully the cover over that will be enough to keep that protected for the time being. I mean, the pallet is a bit unsightly there, to be honest, but the other one we'll take off the trailer and just put to one side. We've got more than enough then for 2 horses, haven't we? The problem is if you go more than that, without having a horse helper, someone here working at the stables, a trainer that could take them out, it then becomes quite a process. I know it's only, what, 5 minutes per horse, isn't it, that they have to have? Thereabouts. But if you add that onto, I suppose it gives me something to do. When I've got those moments where I'm thinking, okay, I'm run out of jobs, what can I do? Exercise the horses would be a great idea. Right, let's put this over to one side. Will that fit under there? It will. Brilliant. Put that there. Okay, so looking good. Water pump will need. Now it's straw then. Put that out of the way. Ooh. Shall I go in this? Might as well. And I left the engine running. How very professional. Right, gate. I don't want to lose the 2 horses we're looking after. Well, that would not go down well. One's... is it an Arabian? And one's a thoroughbred. Pretty sure that's what they are. Yeah, Estabella is a thoroughbred. And Tartarus is a black Arabian. Really don't want to be losing one of those, do we? Right, now whiz down to CJ. Grab the trailer. Let's get some straw brought up. Then, some exercise. The trailer is gathered. It's in the smaller configuration, but I am now thinking, yeah, for doing, it's great for doing things like harvesting. As my harvests get bigger and that kind of thing, I'm going to need it. Possibly even need a larger one now, especially now I've got the class as well. But I think I probably do need a slightly small one. And what also dawned on me as I drove past was, should have closed those doors. I haven't used. How much am I going to need? Not very much. Let's go. I'll go with 8,000 litres. If I didn't need to bring it back, I'll bring some back. There's one thing I completely forgot about these haylofts. Was that you can use them as storage shelters as well, because there's room for all sorts. I thought that one opened, didn't it? Yeah. So there's storage space there as well, which is rather cool. Yeah, the fertiliser spreader, my original fertiliser spreader, fertiliser and lime spreader. Oh, that's why I kept it, wasn't it, for doing lime? I just remembered. I thought I just drove past it and saw it and thought I haven't used that in absolutely ages, but I will need it for lime. And the weird things happen with pigs again. I seem to have a mixed batch of pigs in there. It happens every now and again, randomly. So let's get this up. So that will be everything sorted. Feeds in, hay's in. I've got water already. I'm going to get the pump sorted out. Straw will go in for bedding. Then it'll be a bit of exercise. Now what we'll probably do is rotate around. I think we'll probably maybe 3 at most at any one time. And then once one is better, healed, in a state to go back to its owner, we'll swap one out and get another one in. I suppose it's the beauty of having it as more of a stables than actually owning the horses yourself, is that you can do that just in and out, and there's no real, well, apart from the delivery fees now, there's no real cost implication. I've left that trailer, both trailers, in horrible positions, haven't I? Let's get the Berkman out of the way, and I can swing around maybe. Ah. Can move that. It's a fairly large yard. I've managed to fill it with things. Let's move that. Avoiding hitting the Land Rover. I'm thinking as well, as the remember when we started off and we had our little New Holland Blue Power that I brought with me on the first couple. I think the Land Rover might be my transport vehicle, so when we move from map to map, that's going to be the one I take. That's going to be a little bit trickier if we go overseas, but I can always have it ships, can't I? Why not? So let's get this in. There we go. Is that all it took? Straw pellets, 500. Oh, that's a point. I've got straw pellets, haven't I? Up at the CJ Farms. I wonder if it'll work the same if I put straw pellets in, that I then won't need any. I know it's a bit dodgy, I know you shouldn't do it. It's frowned upon, I know. But it'd be one less thing to have to worry about, I guess. Don't really want to leave that laying around anywhere. That's that done, that done, that done. That's all it is then now, isn't it? Exercise. I can get through here, can't I? Bit worried that they're going to get out. So Estabella. Now I'm just thinking, if we go around the outside, I don't know, I've got a couple of trees in the way. Yeah, it's just that jump is in the way, isn't it? I can't really, unless we just go out around the countryside maybe. But I think to start off with, if we are going to do exercise, and this is all supposed to be about recuperation and injury recovery, don't want to go too far in case there's an issue. We're now doing horses. So, we've got pigs, chickens, beef cows, sheep, horses. The only thing left then is going to be dairy cows, isn't it? That is the only thing left. We're doing all of the other animal types. How this is going to pan out at midnight, what we're going to get paid per horse, I really don't know. But the Little Richard Horse Hotel is now open for business. I'm even more intrigued. I know a few people have sent me pictures of the Six Ashes area and have sent me different things saying, oh, where do you think this is? And the barns and buildings and roads and junctions are all there. All the stuff that's on the map is in the real world kind of thing. And now I know there's a tea room, although the tea room obviously is shut at the moment. We can't go anywhere. We're in tier 4, potentially moving into tier 5. How many tiers there are going to be in the end, I have no idea. But I'm even more keen to actually visit the place and go to the tea rooms. Stables, tea room, broad lanes, Six Ashes. Yeah, and even more amazed that it's actually there on the map. I've been driving past where it is in the real world over and over and over again. Craziness. Now, I don't know a lot about horses, but is that a trot and that's a canter, is it? And then we go up to a gallop, is it from there? I have to ask Jamie. He'll know. We should know. He'll know all of the terminology. That's what I said. He's my on-call trainer, so anything I'm not sure about, I'll get on the blower and find out. He'll probably message me now anyway and let me know. How are we looking for Estabella? Fitness 70. This is all fitness 73, cleanliness, daily riding 57%, 58%. Now this was the weird thing, because when I did the initial testing, when seasonal work became available, it went up, whereas before it was 100%. You got to 100%, job done. That was your daily exercise. Oh, fantastic. I'm pretty sure you can go above 100. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to test that while we're doing it. Because that was the other thing, that was why as well. Because when I did the initial testing on the first couple of horses, and I got to 100% thinking it was going to stop, and it went beyond 100%, then again, a little bit with like the precision farming stuff, your mind then starts thinking, okay, great. So now, this isn't a case of, as long as they're clean, they're fed, they've got water, and they're exercised to 100%, what will I get from each horse at midnight as a payment? Now it was then, okay, well, if I can go beyond 100%, do you get more if they're exercised more in a day? If you go to 150%, you get, then you start thinking, okay, then do that for each of the different breeds, and then it all gets a little bit more complicated than I had imagined. So let's go across again. We are at 82. Bit of a warm up to get us going. And I'll worry about doing the other horse in a little while. Isn't it weird? Again, I was talking the other day, and in my head I was thinking, okay, what do I do next? What job have I got that I haven't done? You know, I've done poplars, I've done wood chips, I've done some logging, I've done stuff in the snow, I've done trialing. You know, we've got all the various different animal types on the go. We're kind of bound by the seasons, and we can only do what's available. I've done contracting work. We've got the greenhouses, although I didn't place any greenhouses, but we've got the honeypot allotments, all this stuff. And then you think, what do I do next? You know, when I clicked into today and realised, nope, I haven't got any harvest contracts available, so I can't just have to skip an entire day. Then I don't know what suddenly hit me. I said, hang on, horses. Right, slow down a little bit. Let's check again. Yeah, daily riding, 110%. So I don't know now. Right. Let's stop. She's back in the start. How'd she get over there so quick? Should have changed the name to Lightning. Right, let's clean you. Stay still. Yes, thank you. Oh, blimey. Trying to groom you on the move. How are we looking? Cleanliness 66%. Come on. Stand still. There we go. Right, so it should be fitness 73%, cleanliness 100%, daily riding 112. So I'm assuming health is good, fitness will improve each day, I guess, as long as the riding goes above 100%. It won't drop below that. But will the fitness go up quicker if they exercise more? Like I said, I don't know. There's so many things I'm not 100% about. But anyway, let's get Tartarus. I don't know why I picked Tartarus. That's what I was thinking. Yes, I know it's my weird mind, because the horse was black Arabian, and I thought Tar. So I thought, I thought Tartar or something like that might be quite amusing. You know, you think horses, horse racing names, race horses is the word I'm looking for, and you often get some absolute corkers, some brilliant racehorse names. So I thought, Tartar might be quite funny, because, you know, then I don't know where Tartarus suddenly popped into my head. But anyway, there we go. More of my weird ramblings. But another job done. It's now nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What we'll do is just double check again while we do a bit of a... not that one. Oh, hang on, no, it's that one I want. That's the one I want. Fertilising, baling, transport, fertilising, cultivating. Nope, still nothing. So it's going to be at the very earliest, day 3, mid-autumn. We may get some harvesting. Who knows? The temperature is slowly dropping. It was 24 odd degrees yesterday, air temperature. Now it's 19. But, yeah. Another one done. Moving forward. More things to deal with. More animals to look after. More feed and things to do. But it will keep me out of trouble, won't it? I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always, thanks for watching.